Now let's have a look at question number 5. A ladybug is moving from A to B along the lines as shown below. It can only move upwards or to the right. So this is a shortest route problem, and it's a square grid, so it's really typical, really characteristic. We will need to use the marking method to quickly solve this question. Yeah, remember from the lesson, if you move upwards or to the right, then this is equivalent to finding shortest route. I have explained the reason during the lesson. Yeah, so if you are still not clear why these two are equivalent, you can have a look at the replay videos. Okay, so let's start. From point A, because we can only go to the right or upwards, so that means to get to this point, there's only one way, yeah, from A to this point. And to get to this point, also one way. This point, one way. This point, one way. And for this point, we can only go upwards from A, yeah, so one way to get here, and one way to get here, one way to get here. Because we cannot, for example, this point, yeah, we cannot get from this point to this point, because we cannot go to the left, yeah. And the rest is simple. The rest is just doing simple addition. So to get this point, yeah, we can get to this red point either from this point or this point. Yeah, so we add the two numbers up, and that will give us 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1. Yeah, if you rotate your head 45 degrees, you will see what I mean. So the two corners added up will give us the number here at this point. Then we will have 2, and then this corner is these 2 points added together. So it's 3, and then 4, and then 5. Okay. And in the question, it says we must pass through point C. So let's see. So it's a must pass through situation. To get to this point, there's still the same. It's still the same how we get the number at this point. 1 plus 2 is 3. And to get to point C, we have 3 plus 3. So 6 different ways to get to point C. And then here is what we need to be careful, because we must go through point C. And that means the point C will be our new starting point. Yeah, we have to start from point C because we must go through it. And then because we can only move upwards or to the right, and there are 6 ways to get to this point. Yeah, only from point C to this point right here. Yeah, moving upwards. And there are only 6 ways to get to this point instead of 6 plus 4, 10, because we can only get to this point by moving to the right from point C. Yeah, and it's the same story over here. We can only move from this point to the right to get to this point. So they're all 6. Yeah, just copy the number. And then we do addition. So to get to this point, we can go from this point to the right or from this point upwards. Okay, so there are 6 plus 6, 12 ways to get here. And to get to point B, which is our final answer, we have 12 plus 6. So there are 18 different paths. So the final answer is 18. And that's question number 5.